A prominent veteran journalist and columnist recently launched a book, and we were there to experience it. Enjoy this report.
Adetola Adeniyi is a veteran Nigerian columnist, social commentator, and administrator. He has served as Deputy Managing Director of Sketch Newspapers, Director, Times Journalism Institute, Editor, Nigerian Tribune Newspapers, as well as Managing Director and Editor, The Daily Times of Nigeria. At an event recently held in Lagos, his latest book, In the Belly of Vultures, was publicly presented. The book is a 1,238-page compendium of Adeniyi's articles, including his popular Abba Sahid column spanning over 50 years.
When he presented the draft of this particular book, we were scared because of the size, 1,251 pages. And we was, how long are we going to read it? How long have you been writing this? And so it took him years and years. We are looking at about 30 years.
Themes like justice, religion, politics, governance, property, restructuring, and terrorism are addressed in the book.
Some of those who argue against restructuring keep saying that it is not our main problem. Some say it is good leadership that we lack. Others say it is corruption that we should focus on instead. Well, my position is that all are important and should be addressed. But to pretend that the critical issues thrown up by the current deformed structure of our federation will disappear as soon as we have good leadership or tackle corruption is to miss the point.
It's not about restructuring of mind. It's about vision of power. It's about state police and those issues that will ensure that essays that were written 40 years ago about the state of economy in our nation is still relevant 40, 47 years after.
I have been part of many meetings where it has been suggested that without restructuring, this country can't go on. The real issue is pragmatically, how do you effect it?
The public presentation event was a time for rubbing minds, exploring the book, and celebrating the life of the author.
As a media person, for 2 years, he wrote 14 columns every week in the Nigerian Tribune. And in the Daily Times group in the early 1970s, he must have written close to 20 columns in a week. In the Evening Times alone, he wrote 2 columns a day, 6 days of the week. Not to talk of 2 in the Lagos Weekend, 2 in the main Daily Times, 1 in Sunday Times. In fact, as Collier Motoshaw, his friend and soulmate, reportedly enthused, how many of our young men of today have the courage and the creativity to match such records?
I'm happy for Tola for taking the advice then to expose his talent and his wisdom. And today we are the beneficial owners of that talent that God gave to him.
I'm happy. I'm happy for Tola. We've come a long way. We were in Daily Times together. We were with our brother, our father, our uncle. They taught us right. That's why we are still standing today.
Adeniyi is the author of many literary works, including Teenagers Must Repent, 1964, Ayodoni, 1964, Soulfire, 1974, The Lunatic, 1976, Nigerian Professionals, 1985, The Jewel, a biography of Chief Mrs. H.I.D. Awolowo, Theatre on Wheels, 1997, and Deaths in the Thighs, 2001.
The vultures are already waiting to consume the carcass of Nigerians. But more than that is over the years, like I said earlier, the book was to be titled Nigeria, a Nation of Idiots. But Professor Obiozor, my friend, thought that was too harsh. And I then considered another title, that Nigeria in the belly of vultures, to be followed by Nigeria in the belly of vampires, to be followed by Nigeria in the belly of the military, 66 to 99. But it's not just the only message in the book. They have stories on love, on patriotism, on good governance, on minimum governance for maximum effect, and so on and so forth.